Welcome back to another review on the channel. I'm your boy Slater, and there it is. Fantasy Foot promos here. Fantasy Foot Heroes are also here. So if you go on the main screen, Sanchez, Saliba, Llorente, Isak, Benrahma, Skriniar, Fernando, Angelino, Ali, Trimmel, and Miller. And here's how they get upgraded. If they win one of their next 6 games, they get an upgrade. 3 appearances in the next 6, they get an upgrade. Attackers and midfielders need 2 goals or assists in those 6 games. Defenders and goalkeepers 2 clean sheets in those 6 games. And I want to see what the last upgrade is. We'll go check that out at the very end. But they have a chance at a +4. Last year was a +3. A lot of these cards became very meta end game cards, and now they have a chance at a +4, making this a very valuable promo. Some of these cards can end up being long-term players in your game through the team of the season grind. So this is a very big promo for us. We have a lot of new content, so let's figure out if you should do this Depay SBC first and foremost. So here he is, 5-star, 3-star, high-low work rates, center forward, striker, left wing. Internally, in terms of his shooting, passing, and dribbling stats, wonderful, right? I have a great comparison for him too. 89 strength, 85 stamina, really well-rounded dribbling stats. 84 composure, a little bit low for a card like this, to be honest. Oh, here we go. We can see here. Club avoids defeat. Okay, so if a team goes undefeated in their 6 games, they get not only a +1, but 3 new traits. So anything that catches fire gets another big boost. You love to see that. So teams that are not only players that are good, but players on good teams have a very real chance at a +4, which would be huge for them, right? He has flair, long shot, outside the foot shot trait as well. He's a big-time SBC. I actually like this card a lot. He is expensive. I want to show you why, though. I think he's good value at the end of the day. So he's an 84 with a small rare mixie, an 85 with a prime mixie, and an 87 with a small rare gold player pack. So let's go jump over to Footbin, right? Harvey Elliott came out yesterday, and if you watched my channel, I said that this card was awful value, and I think this SBC is exactly the reason why he's awful value. Now, I do think that Depay is expensive, but once again, Depay you have to look at and say, there's a very real chance that he would potentially either get, that the team would win one of their next 6 games, or that he would appear in 3 of their next 6 games, right? And with that being said, he's like almost a built-in automatic +2, where Harvey Elliott has to win, I think, at Manchester United, which is a taller task, right? Now, 4-star weak foot's better than 3-star, but internally the stats, 7 more shooting, 3 more passing, 2 more dribbling, 18 more physical, right? And only 1 less pace. Depay's such a better card at almost the same price. So when you look at those 2 things, and the fact that he could become a 93 overall card, right? This could be a 93 Memphis Depay. It would immediately become what's like a really great value. He just needs to hit at least 2 of his upgrades to be worth it. If he hits 3 or more, you're flying. Like if you get a 92 rated Depay for 350k, right? If he gets 3 upgrades and you get a 93 rated Depay, like it's a worldly of an SBC. I think it's one of those where if you want to take a swing, all these are gambles, right? It's all a gamble. If you want to take a swing, that could be just a world-beating card for you in your club. Then we have our player of the month, Gabby Viega. We have a new objective card out as well, which I'll show you too. He's an 82 and an 83, which I actually think is a little bit overpriced. He isn't a bad-looking card if you actually look at the stats. 4-star, 4-star, medium, center, mid, cam. He's got good pace splits, really nice dribbling stats, and good strength. Really great passing stats too, with 96 shot power. He'd be a nice little box-to-box. I just think for most people that this is not the type of card that they need for their team, right? Most people already have a very meta team, so he's not really going to be used by a lot. I would have thought like an 83. Like maybe with an inform, but just probably an 83 on its own would have been a good SBC for this. Steven Berghaus is also out as a player of the month guard. He's 4-star, 3-star, high, medium, cam, right wing. Good pace splits for the most part. It's really nice balanced shooting stats. Good, really balanced passing stats. Low balance, but the rest of the dribbling stats are good with 89 stamina. He has finesse shot trait and outside the foot shot trait as well. Internally, he's an 82 and an 83 with a team of the week. Once again, not a horrible card. Now we're going to get a lot of 82s and 83s because people are going to open packs for Fantasy Foot. So the prices of those should go down a little bit. He's an 88 rated card, which maybe you just do for fodder at the end of the day. Once again, I would say probably an 83 team of the week would have been a really nice card for him. When you think back to player of the month, Julian Brandt, who was an 88 overall for an 83 team of the week, kind of look at this and you go, well, why isn't that the same thing? Right at the end of the day. Liga Toqua, whatever the heck this is, kit, if you want to get all this badges and stuff done too. And now let's jump over to the objective tab. And we'll dive through every single player in the team too. So here he is. Amine Guiri is out. And he actually would, once again, imagine this card. He plays a lot for Renee. And I think he's their central striker. I don't think he plays left mid. I think he's like one of their biggest attackers. So he has a very real chance of getting 2 goals and 2 assists, and 2 goals or assists in their next 6 games. Very real chance of making all the appearances. Very real chance of Renee getting a win. And then obviously unlikely that they would win their next 6 games or stay undefeated in their next 6 games. But nonetheless, I think he has a very real chance at a +3. And at a +3, he'd have 94 pace, 90 shooting, 88 passing, 92 dribbling, 75 defending, and 83 physical. That'd be a really good card, right? So this actually looks like a card that for the first time, if you wanted to grind the game, might actually be good value. We move over to Defying Expectations. By the way, if you've stayed in the video, man, hit that like button. Sub if you're new. We review the content every day on FIFA. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos and they help you out a little bit. If you grind this, man, it's just for loans. All this is just for loans. There's a couple packs, a couple 81 doubles, but it's mostly all loan players. So loan heroes, loan whatever it is, and then an 85 by 5 at the end, or an 80 by 5 at the end, right? I do want to see before I dive into there, because if you go on Footbin, they have all the heroes, but I was curious as to why when you go to the loading screen, they don't have the heroes listed as if they're in packs. So what is that about? They're in packs, but we don't know it, because those aren't any heroes. Oh, that wasn't a loading screen before, or was it? And I just blew by it. Maybe I just blew it. Ginola, Betty Pele, Kuel, Capdevia, Ricken, Cordoba, King. Now the question is, how do they upgrade? Right? How do the heroes upgrade? Because they are not obviously playing in games that they have retired long ago. So what are their upgrade opportunities and how far can they go? I'm assuming it's tied to their respective teams. Heroes. Campaign launch. Club wins 1 in the next 6 games. They get a +1. Club avoids defeat in the next 6. So they don't really have a lot of opportunity to grow. The heroes really only have a very realistic chance at a +1. They'll almost all get a +1, probably. Their respective clubs, I'm assuming that you can find if you go to... So let's go check out like Peter Crouch, because I'm sure someone's packed him by now. So he should have a club attachment, right? So let's see. Crouch. Because we want to see how these guys get upgraded. Foot Fantasy Hero. So here he is. 5-star skill moves with no shot. That's sick. What club is he associated to, though? I'm assuming it's Liverpool, but I don't know. Or maybe it's Stoke. No, it should be Stoke. Well, Stoke, but he's a Premier League, so it has to be either Liverpool or like Southampton or something like that. I don't know. How do you determine what club this guy's attached to? They don't tell you that at all? Let's check out maybe a different one. See if they have the, what was it, like Ledley King? Is there a Ledley King hero packed already? You know what? There's definitely a Ricken. Ricken is... I'm trying to find guys that would like already been packed. Lars Ricken. So he's easy. Okay, so I didn't know that. Lars Ricken's easy. I don't know how you determine. Maybe in that story part, we'll get an information of what club they represent. I don't really understand how you figure out who the team is representing at the end of the day. Let's go jump over to Footbin and go check out some of these new cards, right? So the promo is not really super high tiered, I think, because it's a lot of cards need to get really big upgrades, right? At the end of the day. But you have to assume that some of these cards could get a lot of big upgrades. Let's go check out the cards I want to check out. Obviously, Ginola is just Ginola. So he's fun to look at regardless. He already gets a +2 and a +3 in defending on his actual base card, which makes him just literally, I mean, yeah, 5 million max, and who knows if that might be too low. Because he's going to probably get a +1. And then after that, who knows where he goes. But look at that card, man. My God. Put him at striker. I mean, he is a striker, and put him at striker. 5-star, 5-star. My God, man. Let's go back over here. Let's go check out Alexis Sanchez is such an interesting one. Llorente, Isak. Like, Isak's an interesting one because he doesn't play in every game, right? So there's a chance that he wouldn't get featured in their 3 of their next 6 games. I mean, you would assume he will, but let's go see Dele Alli, too. I got to take a look at Dele Alli. Dele Alli has a card, 4-star, 4-star. Really nice card, honestly, for the most part. Nothing too sexy, but nothing bad. Good passing. He's actually very well-rounded. He's a usable card, 1,000%. Kind of very similar to like that Player of the Month card that just dropped. You put a shadow on him, 90+ pace, decent defending stats, and everything else is well-rounded. He'd be a really nice box-to-box. It's just that he's in the Turkish league. I also don't know, once again, if Dele Alli is even playing. Is he even playing games for Besiktas? I don't even know. So that would be a big question for him. Let's go to Saeed Benrahma. 4-star, 4-star again. Looks like a lot of these guys got like boosts on their skill move stuff. I don't think he did, but I think a lot of these other players did get boosts on like skill moves and things like that. Good shooting. Good passing. Great dribbling. Good card. Really good card. Probably put a Hunter on him. If you want to play him more like centrally or up top. Right? Make him a really nice, well-rounded striker there. Or a wide cam. I mean, he can do anything. That's a nice card. That's a very nice card. High, medium work rates, too. I like that card. He's only 5'6", so he'll feel really nimble on the ball. Skriniar. A lot of Serie A players this year. I mean, a lot of good Serie A. Like, he's going to be a big-time card. Just put a shadow on him. My God. Look at that. Max defending. I mean, the pace splits. Wonderful defender. Wonderful, wonderful center back card. Absolutely brilliant. Skriniar. Now, Saliba should not be 1.3 million probably, but okay. Wow, damn. That's a big card. 1.3 million. I mean, he looks fantastic. I would put a shadow on him too. A shadow or an anchor, but I think I would go with a shadow. Because he would just be ridiculous. I mean, he would be very broken. You could do an anchor if you want to max out the defending and physical stats, which I wouldn't blame you for doing. I mean, obviously, very few of us will ever even get our hands on this card, but I probably would go with a shadow. I think the physicals are good enough. Wow. 1.2 million center back. I mean, once again, Arsenal are playing really well. He plays in their games. They could go undefeated in 6, and that could be a 93 rated end game meta center back. So that's kind of the reasoning for a lot of these cards being really pricey. Like, Alexander Isak is really interesting to me because 4-star, 5-star is great. Card looks awesome, low balance, but he's really tall, right? You're going to expect that high-low work rate, 6'4", 85 short pass with A6 vision is nice for a striker. I would put probably a hawk on him, although the aggression is already going to be low regardless. But I think that you want to make him just really good at what he's good at, right? And Newcastle could win some games. Newcastle, I think the games start on March 17th. Moving from there, I think so. We have a little bit of time. If that's what I remember it saying, it was March 17th for domestic games. Let me go see if I can find this for us. So I think he's got like some really good usability. They could go on. They'll definitely win a game. You know, he could score 2 goals in 6, but he has to play. I mean, I know he doesn't play all the time. Does it say? Okay. So next 6 domestic league games starting March 17th. So it's going to take already 2 weeks for some of these cards to get upgraded, right? So these cards will fluctuate a lot in price because it's going to take a minute for any of these cards to even get a chance at their first upgrade. But that's a great card. I mean, that's definitely a great card. I think Llorente is probably that's a cool card. 4-star weak foot. 90 pace for a midfielder, man. I mean, that card is brilliant. Oh, my God. 91 passing with 89 vision. Great attack. Like, as a box-to-box, you can't go wrong with this guy. My goodness. And then, once again, he plays all the time. He can score. He's one of the few midfielders that, like, assisting and scoring is, like, very reasonable, right? Like, a DM may not have a very realistic chance of getting 2 goals or assists in 6 games. Llorente actually plays up top sometimes. He's very involved in the attack. Like, he has a very real chance at getting that, and he can be a right back. He could play as the best right back in La Liga or as the best box-to-box in La Liga. He's a brilliant card. And they will win a game for sure. They could go undefeated. I mean, Athletic had that ability in them. It's a good card, man. It's a big boy card. Alexis Sanchez. 4-star, 4-star. Wonderful dribbling. My God. And great shooting stats. And nice. Wow, that's a huge boost. What did he get? Plus 16 pace, 11 shooting, 11 passing, 11 dribbling, 11 defending, and 15 physical. And he once again has a very real chance of getting multiple upgrades. He's been playing really well for Marseille this year. Put a hawk on him. Wow. Stunning striker. Stunning striker up top. High medium too. Brilliant. Tiny, but would be fun to use. A lot of great cards, man. Let's go jump back over here. Well, that's the video so far for today. I want to go check out the screen one more time. If you guys stayed this long, man, I appreciate you guys watching along. I think that a lot of these cards are sick. I mean, it's all a gamble, right? You want to check before you, like, maybe invest in some cards, like, go check how often they're playing, right? Go see how the team's performing. These are very valuable things that are going to help you make these decisions. You know, very seldom there's probably going to be 1 or 2 cards that get the +4. But I think there's going to be a lot of cards that get a +3. And I would say almost every card gets a +2. And that's where the Showdown SBC just shows you how bad that was and how great this was. So there's your content for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, very long video, but the new teams, we always go for a long time. Hit that like button, man. Sub if you're new to the channel. I think we're like past halfway to 900 subs. So appreciate the support lately. Catch you for a video tomorrow.